and it's somewhat related to, I mean, again, going to energy and motherhood. I remember going back from my maternity leave. So I gave birth during COVID. So that was a very interesting time.
Right?
Yeah. So very interesting time. And so we were starting to work from home, right? So, and I was working as a head of HR for a big startup, a well-known startup. And then I actually went back to work after 2 weeks of giving birth.
No way.
Because it was COVID, a lot of things were changing. And it was fine because that was not the story.
Okay.
Right? But, I was more, explaining the context.
Okay.
So I was working from home and that was fine. It was time of change. I want to make sure during the time of change, the head of HR is still around, right?
Yeah,
So that was all good. That was fine. But I still remember, so I took part-time maternity. So it took me like 6 months to take.
So you spread it out.
Yeah, spread it out. I was doing like 4-day week. So I don't know. So it took me like 6 or 7 months to finally go back to work. And by the time I was ready to go back to work, it was like return to office. Like you have to go into the office. So I remember going to the office, and this is probably the first time I leave my kid, right? My 7 months old, like properly leave him. Went into the office, and then they were like, "Oh, you have a new manager." And there's someone that I know that I knew that we weren't on the same wavelength, let's put it that way. And I went in the first day, and I literally said, do I want to spend my energy and be away from my child for this relationship? The answer is no. So I quit.
Congratulations,
on day 1.
girl.
So I think motherhood,
ball-ass move.
but like motherhood really changes how you think about boundaries,
perspective,
and,
priorities, everything.